Vader, poor Vader, he's so totally jealous of the baby chickens in the house. Vader, you still get lots of lovies and treaties and sugars. So the boys are already down here working. It was so windy yesterday we couldn't burn much at all. We just burned a couple of little piles here and there. But they've been cleaning up sticks and things, and you can see, I mean, with 12.5 acres of woods and you're living in the middle of it, and you're surrounded by the rest of your woods, it gets kind of tedious, you know, and time-consuming work. Can take up and fill up your whole weekend, you know, as far as that goes. But we are, see all the sticks and stuff, we have to, limbs and things that have fallen and stuff, we just gather them up. A lot of times we'll load them in the wheelbarrows. We'll take them back to the very back of the yard where we can do a controlled burn out there. So, I mean, it's just, it is what it is, you know. We have all different kinds of, like, dirt piles that's been here for a long time. We're thinning that out. We got little teeny leaf piles out here. The deer actually broke and rubbed their antlers while they were in rut to get all that stuff off their antlers. They broke all of my Leland cypresses. So those had to be pruned and cut off so new growth could come back. And I hope they don't do it next year. It was so sad. And this one, at least this one with my Leland cypress, the green growth is coming back here on this one. Rain's picking up just a little bit, so I don't know how much longer I'll stay out here. But you can see all of our piles, our leaf piles and our little things, and we're just cleaning out areas. We'll burn everything off. The daffodils and the tulips have done their thing. The hyacinths are still doing pretty good for the most part. The tulips will start dying back now. The lilies are coming up. They're just so pretty. You can see where we were burning a little bit of area out here so we can get some new growth started out here. It'll be really, really nice and pretty when we get that done. And I'm right here at the edge of the road, so you'll have to excuse all the cars. Alright, there's another Leland cypress that had to be pruned, and on the opposite side over here, Leland cypress had to be pruned right there as well. So this whole area right in here, I'm not for sure if you can tell. We get all the leaves out around here, maybe you can tell. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rose bushes. So this is like my rose bush garden, if you want to call it that. It's my little rose bush area, and I want to keep all that very nice and neat and clean. And I have 2 trees right here, just a young one and then not so young one, those 2 together. I have climbing rose bushes, so they're called pinata rose bushes. So my goal is to drill down in there and put the climbing rose bushes up there and run them on either wire or string. It just depends on how I get them motivated to grow. I thought about putting a trellis up there, but with the expense of everything, I just well use some leftover dog pen wire that I have, and you know, just do what I need to do. But just multicolored, different kinds and colors of roses, pinks and yellows and reds and multicolors. And the pinatas I think are orange and yellow, so I got to get those planted out here. We got to rake up some more leaves. We got to burn some more leaves, get all this area here cleaned off, and things will be good as gold. That'll be good. There's a lot of new growth that started out here, so I'm pretty excited about it. Things that we planted last year that I showed you, they came back. Now the butterfly bushes, they did wonderful. They never really lost their leaves at all. They just kind of did their thing. These are called black beauties. They're really, really dark, by the way. And that little palm thing that I got from the Wilson Botanical Gardens, yeah, it came back. This is sad, but it's got new shoots on it. It came back. The Goldacuba, I think is what it's called. I had the lower petalums out here, did not do well. They did not like all this shade. So now I know not to plant those, and we're going to do some more things. I'll show you out here before the rain picks up a little bit more. Oh, Rose is sharing. Little buds, little leaves are coming back right there. Don't know if you can see that or not. Some things are popping up. I really want a lot of hostas out here to start back, so here they are. Oh wow, the rain's picking up really heavy now. So we have all the little hostas and all the little things that were planted out here. It's all coming up, and you can see back there the little greens poking through. So once we get all these leaves and things burned and out of the way, you'll be able to see. The Confederate jasmines did wonderful. I have some old-fashioned clematis out here, and it is really raining. So with that being said, while the water gets on my camera lens, I'm heading in the house and go play with the babies. Talk to you guys in a little bit. Woo, rain, oh my. Alright y'all, don't mind the mess out here. We're separating metals and woods and all kinds of stuff to be carted off and disposed of properly. So don't be making fun of my mess back here. We're cleaning it up. We had a tree that fell. It literally split and fell, so we're trying to get up all the wood from that. And we're just cleaning out a lot of stuff and wood piles everywhere. We got wood that we've got to just fix, and it's just interesting. Just all of our stuff. It's never ending around here. Alright. Well, here is our wonderful chain link fence right here. It's wonderful chain link. It's going to have a hot wire around the bottom, hot wire around the top, and we have dogs, so they'll stay out here during the day. We don't have problems with critters out here during the day much. So anyway, everything's done really nice. We got to come out here and rake and sweep and make sure that there's nothing out here in the yard when the babies become of age. We have a really nice coop here. It's got the hardware cloth on it. This actually, we bought it online at Amazon, and it has like the little latches here, and it has on this side, well, let me stop making y'all drunk for about 2 seconds. Over here's your doors. So you got a door over here, you got the tray that pulls out right there, and you've got the handle that slides the door on the inside right there open. It wasn't that bad to assemble, really. We had a good time with it. We just tossed some bedding in here where we just put it in here for now. We've got to cut it to fit it. It's not cut to fit yet. And then we got to add bedding. Of course, the babies are just babies, so they're not no ways in shape to be out here. They're just babies. So they're both the same identical coops. So when the babies get to be big and ready to go outside, we'll put them out here. I'm probably going to cover the ground out here. We're going to put some straw. I've got to start my grass pads So I'll probably seed out my grass that they like to eat and have some really nice grass carpets out here for them when they get big enough to be able to come outside. But right now they're still under the lights, and they're pretty little teeny tiny right now. I'm gonna happily situate these logs. I saved these 2 logs, so I'm gonna happily situate them and let them be awesome. So we're gonna fix those so they'll have something to play with. They'll have some other little chicken toys and things out here, and we'll do some apples on skewers in the ground eventually later on. The pool back there, we're going to drill the holes in it. I know chickens like to take dust baths, but we're going to drill large holes in the bottom of that pool, and we're going to fill it up with play sand and the chicken grade diatomaceous earth and other things that they like in there. And around that corner back there in the back, it'll be, you know, have a cover over it, so even if it were to get wet or whatever, like today's kind of a sprinkly day, yesterday was hot as all get out, but it'll have a cover, so you know, it'll dry out when they need their little dusty dust areas. Pretty much gotten everything that that we need, and we just gotta wait on these babies. That's all we got to do, is just wait on these babies to get big enough to come out here in their nice spacious areas. 24 foot by 24 foot by 24 foot. It's a really big area out here. And next couple of weeks we're getting all this other stuff cleaned up that you see, all the metal and all that stuff way back in the background is gonna be cleaned up, done, and all of this area will be nice and clean, and we'll have us a good time out here with some chickens. Who knows, I may decide to add on later on, but I want to see how these 6 hens do first. I hope to God I got hens. It was kind of funny when we went to Tractor Supply, and I didn't show any of that in Tractor Supply because it was so busy. Everybody was out there getting hens and turkeys and ducks, and I'm like, kudos to you guys. But it was pretty interesting because the girl really didn't know, I don't think, half the time what she was grabbing. I'm like, are you sure that's Americanas? Because one tub had like 2 different names on it. So one had a tub that had bronze and Americanas, and I'm like, how do I know which ones I'm getting? I guess I won't until I get them. And then, you know, one tub they said they couldn't guarantee a rooster. I'm like, well, with 2 names on it, no separation in the chicks, I don't know what I'm getting anyway. So anyway, we're gonna try it and we're gonna see. And we got 6 babies. I'm so excited. I'm gonna show you the babies. We're gonna have a lovely time. Then we're gonna take another little stroll around my yard and show you some of my new things that I've planted and call it a good weekend.
Three days later.
Foggy, foggy, foggy morning. Look at all that. Good Lord. It's a beautiful day. All that fog will burn off soon enough, but it is foggy today. Good Lord. While we're out here, let me show you my little mess real quick. Show you, don't pay attention to my porch. I got to sweep. We've been potting up stuff. It gets dirty. That's what happens when you mess with vegetables and potting soil. Here we go. So I found some seeds right here. I don't know, Shasta daisies. I don't know if they're gonna do anything or not, but there they are. The rest of these pots down here on the bottom are cucumbers. Then I have lavender. I have a mess down here, so don't be judgy. We're working on it. I did have all of my, these are some lettuces. We're going to see how those hold up. These are cabbages right here. These are, you got it, onions. These are onions in here too. I got to fix that flap right there. It keeps falling over. Then right there is my clematis. That was my makeshift plastic for my greenhouse. These are all lettuces in here. All on this rack. This is all Butter Crunch lettuce, to be exact. It's all Butter Crunch lettuce. All up in there. There's a ton. I actually seeded them in the house first. I love the Burpee seed trays. I'm not sponsored by Burpee, but I freaking wish I was. I tried the Jiffy trays. They're okay. They're not my favorite though. But the Burpees, they're good. That one's a little dry right down there. And then the others, those aren't lettuces. Heck, I can't remember what that is. We'll figure it out when it pops up though. Okay, these are my indoor plants. This is my Christmas cactus or Thanksgiving plant or something. This is my climbing plant, poithos. I had to think for a minute. It does really well. There's another one that I just rooted in there. It's done pretty good. I just stuck a little poithos in there. There's some lettuce back there. This is the aloe plant I repotted. And this right here is some kind of palm plant. We'll see how it goes.